Hi, I'm Jessica Das, and I'm a dietitian from Milwaukee Public Schools Department of Nutrition Services, and I'm here today to cook with you. We received a grant from the USDA called the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program, and with grant funds, we bought produce bags for families in Milwaukee. This month, we're talking about healthy habits for the new year, and this week our theme is the dynamic duo, nutrition and exercise. You're going to be getting a beautiful produce bag. You'll be getting tamarind pods, ori, spring mix, portobello mushrooms, lemon, and garlic. And with these ingredients, what you're going to be making is a portobello burger and a side salad with fresh fruit. So let's get started. Over in my dish, I have marinated 4 portobello mushroom caps. We have a 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We have 1 teaspoon of basil, 1 teaspoon of oregano, a 1/2 teaspoon salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon pepper. And when we put it in here, I put it the cap side down so the bell is up, and I just spooned it onto the top. And I flipped it a couple times, so we're gonna get really, really good flavor. So with our marinated mushrooms, let's get cooking. I'm gonna turn on my burner, and I want about a medium-high heat. And we're gonna put 1 tablespoon of olive oil in our pan. And we're gonna wait for that to heat up just a moment. Now, our mushrooms are rich in B vitamins, which are really good for heart health, red blood cell production, and digestive health. And we also have our tablespoon of garlic in the mix, which contains allicin, or an organic sulfur compound that's very cancer preventative. Now, the tip with this compound, though, is it does die with hot temperature. So add your garlic towards the end of your recipe or don't cook it too hot. It looks like our oil is starting to shimmer in our pan, so we're gonna put our mushrooms in. Now, I love this recipe. It is a great vegetarian entree and very easy and cost effective. And anytime we eat a little bit less meat, we are also making a great environmental impact with reducing our carbon footprint. Okay, so you're gonna notice I have a little bit of this marinating juice left in the pan, and I'm gonna be taking my baster, or you could just take a spoon too, and I'm gonna kind of squirt it in the middle of the mushrooms here. Perfect. I'm gonna cover my pan now for about 5 to 8 minutes per side. And I'm gonna keep my senses going for sizzles and pops just to get that temperature right. So while our mushrooms are cooking on the first side, I wanna talk to you about the benefits of exercise, and we're gonna make a side salad and talk about our fruits for the week. Now, exercise and good nutrition truly is a dynamic duo. When we eat well and exercise often, we tend to feel our best, and we're energized, we're clear-headed, and ready to tackle each day. Now, it's especially important to start these good habits early in life with your children, because when they see these habits with their parents, it becomes part of their everyday routine, and it becomes their norm. Even if you don't have these best habits already in your household, it's never too late to start. So what are the recommendations for kids? Well, 3 to 5-year-old children, they should get about 3 hours of exercise per day, which is about 15 minutes per every waking hour. And if you have young kids in your house, this isn't hard. They are wiggly and they don't sit still. Now, the older kids, 6 and up, all the way through adulthood, 60 minutes per day of moderate to vigorous exercise. So you want to break a sweat here and there on most days of the week. Now, it's very good to do this as a whole family because all of our bodies need movement. I know for me personally, if I miss a day of exercise, I feel extremely lethargic and foggy-headed. So what can you do as a parent? Well, let's check our mushrooms first. And they're already looking really nice. They're smelling good. I'm smelling the garlic coming out, so we're gonna keep cooking until they start looking fat. Okay, so to help your kids get more exercise, reduce TV. Or if you don't feel safe going out right now, or it's too cold, on those cold weather days, look at YouTube channels that have exercise videos, or you can do dance videos and just wiggle and jiggle at home. So that's one fun thing to do. Also, being a good role model is so important. I know for me at home, my mom was a great role model. She had us take a family walk almost every single day after dinner. You can provide sports equipment, active toys, balls, weights, yoga mats, just so they have the tools available to get going in the home. Play outside, plan trips accordingly. If you're gonna pass a park, maybe stop for about 20 minutes. All these things can really be great for kids. Now let's get started with our side salad. This is a super, super simple recipe, but before we get going, I'm gonna keep an eye on my mushrooms. Okay, I'm gonna turn my heat down just a little bit because I'm hearing more sizzling than I like to, and I'm just gonna check it. Now, some of the natural juices are coming out, which is really good, and that helps our mushrooms to flatten. And I'm not ready to quite flip them yet, but what I do wanna do is take my baster, and I'm gonna suck up my juice, and I'm just gonna keep on marinating as this is cooking. And this is gonna be so tasty. So let's keep cooking for a few more minutes. So kids that are physically active more often, they build really strong bones. They also develop better, stronger motor skills, have better posture, tend to make more friends because when you're active, you tend to do it with others. They have healthy hearts and good body weights. So this, as you know, is so important with good nutrition. Now, for our side salads, we have all our food done at the same time tonight. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start with about 1 pound in a bowl, and we're going to simply just squeeze half of a lemon over the top. And this is the most basic recipe you could ever imagine, so you can add any vegetables or even dried fruits to it if you like at home. That looks perfect. And now what I want to do is I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of sea salt. And you can adjust this to taste, so start light. A sprinkle of pepper. And then I also want to drizzle some olive oil, which is so heart healthy. Before I toss this, mushrooms one more time. Okay, I'm gonna flip them now. I'm gonna take my spatula and turn it over. Okay, and now I'm gonna use my tongs as well, so it's easier for flipping. Great. Now let's let it cook down a little bit longer. So let's give our side salad a nice stir. Fresh and healthy. Now our side salad has a nice source of vitamin C, vitamin A, and vitamin K. And vitamin K helps to drive the calcium into the bones. For our fruit, because I like to have fruit at every meal, we have Ori. This is a very unusual variety of citrus fruit, rich in antioxidants, vitamin C, and so important for immune systems. Let's cut it open and see what the inside looks like. And I want to make slices for my meal. It's beautiful, it smells good. These are known for being extremely sweet and good to eat. So I'm going to start getting my plate ready by putting my oranges on here. And we're going to talk about our last fruit of the week. We have tamarind. Now this is a fun fruit that you probably haven't had before. It grows primarily in Pakistan, Africa, and India. And it comes on a big hardwood tree, and these pods dry naturally. Now you want to take the outside of the pod off, and it just crunches away to expose this chewy, sweet, sour fruit. Now this is kind of like the Sour Patch Kids of the fruit world. It's going to make your face pucker, but it's almost like a dessert. It was originally used in traditional medicine, often for stomach ailments and reducing fevers. So I'm going to take this vein off, and then our tamarind has seeds in it. And you can kind of rip them out and see this exposed seed right here, or you can just suck the fruit off the seed and spit it out. So very tasty, and it's kind of like a dessert for you this week. We'll put that to the side. Now let me put some side salad on my plate. We're getting ready to go. And in the last 2 minutes, we're cooking our portobello mushrooms. I'm going to be putting my provolone cheese on the top. So this is a cheeseburger. So I have put in my cheese. My mushrooms are almost flat. And I'm going to cook it with the lid off the last 2 minutes because I don't want the cheese to get too gooey. So I'll just let that kind of sizzle and go to the side and get everything ready for our meal tonight. I have my plate, I have my salad, my fruit. We have a balanced meal. We have about a quarter grain. Half our plate is fruits and vegetables. And our protein source is actually our cheese tonight. And cheese and kids tends to go over very well. And this burger has so much flavor in it. So let's see how our cheese is doing. It's looking good. It's melting already. So we're gonna just scoop our mushrooms up onto our burger buns. We have a nice meal for a family of 4. Then we're gonna close our bun so you can finish it off. And you can eat it just like this. Doesn't even need ketchup. It has so much flavor. And then serve it right on our plate, and we have such a nice meal. Vegetarian, healthy, loaded with fruits and vegetables and nutrients, and I can't wait for you to try it. So I hope this recipe and these proto bags this week encourage healthy habits in your home, and I can't wait for you to join me again next week where you learn how to fuel your body and power your mind. Take care.